Uh-oh, coming in hot. What's going on, everybody? Your pal Hal here with you. And we are live on Backchannel. Very excited to be with you today. Oh, and what a time it will be. Your pal Hal going to take you on a ride through some trending topics, news, pop culture, some goofs, some gags, some shenanigans. We're going to go back into more of your answers to our wrong answers only questions from the past couple of days. We got a lot of great feedback, so much funny to get through. You know what? There's going to be funny. There's going to be information. You're going to have some laughs, but along the way, you might just learn something or not. And I would love for you to participate in the show. You know what? The show is better with you in it. And there are a couple ways you can do that. So here's what you do. You listen in on your smart device, your in-home smart device. Great. Talk to us. Give us, so get your smart device's attention. Here's how you do this. Get your smart device's attention. Use the magic word say, and then drop in anything after that. So, smart device, say, I'm sitting at home in my PJs. Smart device, say, I'm working from home. Or smart device, say, I'm taking what I'm given because I'm working for a living. Talk in Ohio. Talk, what is up? Hello to you. Thank you for joining your pal Hal here on Backchannel. And, feel free to tell us anything. Tell us what you're snacking on. Tell us what you're working on. Tell us what you got ahead for the rest of your day. Also, we're going to be talking about some trending topics. We're going to be talking about news. We're going to be talking about goofs, gags, all sorts of stuff. So feel free to chime in with your opinions on anything. Talk spaghetti and meatballs. You know what? Great. The show just started, going to be here for 2 hours, and I'm already hungry because I would love some spaghetti and meatballs right now. Do you like a little Parmesan cheese on that? I love some Parm. I love to take a little hunk of Parmesan cheese and scrape it against the cheese grater, and now you're speaking my language. And maybe a nice glass of red wine. Oh, forget it. I'm out. I'm all ready. It's too early in the show for me to get hangry. How can I so hangry? Everybody, you can communicate with us on YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube, live on YouTube, just go in and chit-chat with us there. And you can also go to backchannel.tv and give us you can also participate in the chit chat, and you can leave us a review. And in the review, you could say whatever you want. More snack talk, less snack talk. Hal has engaged in the perfect amount of snack talk. Okay? Grass puddle. Always great to see you here. Day 5 of working in Peru. Send some laughs. All right. You know what? I am going to go to the post office, laugh into an envelope, lick it, write Peru on it, slap a stamp on it, put it in the mailbox. You got it. Grass puddle, you ask, you shall receive. Thank you for being here in the wonderful country of Peru. Shout out to Lima. And I'm very excited. I love that we are international, and it is 11:07 right here on the West Coast in the home office, Los Angeles, California, and it is 2:07 on the East Coast. It's like I'm pointing to the East Coast, but I don't know which direction it would quite be in, and. It's 2:07 on the East Coast. Going to be with you till 4 o'clock on the East Coast, 1 o'clock on the West Coast. And right now it is 1:07 in Omaha, Nebraska. We'll be with you till 3 o'clock in Omaha, Nebraska. And it is 7:07 in jolly old London town. And we'll be with you till 9 p.m. in England. And yeah, it is. We're going to go for a fun ride. We're going to go for a fun ride. We're going to, again, goofs, laughs, news, trending topics, pop culture. Oh, my goodness. Our cups runneth over. We have an embarrassment of riches in regards to the good times that we shall have. And helping us pilot our way through this sea of nonsense is our old friend, trusty producer Travis. Producer Travis!
Hello.
Hey, what's going on with you, pal? What have you been up to in the last 24 hours? You keeping your nose clean?
That's the one thing I do. I make sure every night before I go to bed, I get a series of mirrors and I investigate. Is it clean?
Very nice. Have you ever used a neti pot?
No, God, no.
Are you familiar?
Yeah, I had a few friends that, as musicians, were singers and things like that, that swore by it, and I couldn't bring myself.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've never used one myself, but they look to be an interesting but I'm afraid because like the thing, one of my great, I don't know if it's one of my great fears, but something that's very unpleasant that I've had to withstand before is getting water in my nose when I've been swimming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's no bueno.
I'm not trying to induce that,
Yeah, so it's like, I mean, neti pot looks part healthy and worthwhile, and part like, oh, like am I going to be waterboarding myself? Like for nasal health and cleanliness, am I going to withstand waterboarding myself? Anything of note yesterday? What are you guys? You and the roommates continuing that ER marathon?
I missed it last night. I went to that show with I managed to find people to take those other 2 pairs of tickets, so we all mobbed out, the 6 of us.
Yeah, the Monsters of Bluegrass.
Yeah, went and saw the Punch Brothers, which it could be called that pretty much if you wanted to. Great show. God, I did the math. It's probably the 6th time now in a decade I've seen them, and it's just in the same way that people appreciate like The Wire or The Breaking Bad. It's just wow. This is really good all around. The craft in this is incredible, and this is thoroughly 100% enjoyable. Glad I came.
Very nice. Very nice. It's good to walk away from a show. And let me ask you this. Was it indoor, outdoor, masked, unmasked?
It was indoor, and boy, were they careful about it. They actually, the band, dropped their openers right before the tour as Omicron came through and sort of made everybody on edge. And they're like, we're going to do this. Hell or high water. And there was a PSA at the beginning of the singer off stage and on mic saying, hey, everybody, just for the love of God, leave your mask on, please. And you needed to be vaccinated to enter the Ace Hotel, which was totally fine. And it's the perfect band for this to work because historically every show I've been to, it's the most polite crowd you'll ever see.
Very nice. Very nice. A little bit twee?
A little bit twee and a little bit. You ever walk into those spaces where you go, oh, we were all made at the same factory. Huh. Okay.
Yeah, an audition.
Yeah.
An audition.
Right.
Like when everyone, like, oh, we're all going in to play Suburban Dad, and everyone is wearing a polo shirt and khakis.
Exactly. Or it was one of those moments.
You've seen it in TV shows or movies many times. Like the camera pans down the hallway in the at the casting office, and it's all like, oh, models in bikinis or dudes wearing flannel shirts or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. It was that moment, except we all paid to be there.
Gotcha.
Like, oh well. But yeah,
very nice.
A very either that genre or just people over the age of 40 who were just there to have a nice time.
Nice, very nice. Yeah. The wife and I had sushi last night.
Ooh.
Yeah, a very nice treat. And Travis, so talk to me again. So because we talk about food. This is a very snack forward show, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I love talking food. I love talking snacks. I love talking meals. And your diet and dietary constraints I find to be a fascinating subject. And for better for worse, I try to grudgingly accept your peanut butter stance. Absolutely respect what you have going on with dairy. Tell me again about your fish and sushi take.
So it just seems to be that every time a lot of you eat, I don't. I'm largely not too picky, but there's this triumvirate of food groups, which is dairy, which I absolutely cannot have, even if I wanted it. Peanut
Mm-hmm.
butter, which I absolutely will not have, even though I can have it. And fish and sushi, where like 9 times out of 10, I really don't want it. I'm good.
Okay, I respect that, and I came to really appreciate fish and sushi as I grew older, as my
Yeah.
palate expanded. Have you had someone like kind of hold your hand and take you through the wonderful world of sushi?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I have. And I had a okay time.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what, at the end of the bite, the meal, and this has been a thing, like my family, my dad's side are just secret rednecks from the high desert. So fishing was a big deal. I
Uh-huh.
went fishing so much, which is not sushi, but I've
Yeah, not even
eaten
close. Not even close.
not even, yeah, for one, you cook it and it's the whole different thing. But
Yeah. I don't know why you're
every
bringing it up.
every
But go ahead.
well,
But I like hearing about your bygone days. I do like hearing about your bygone days.
maybe you ever have those things where you go, I did that all the time and I haven't done that in like 20 years. Just like
Oh, sure,
there's a moment
sure.
where you never do it again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
Yes.
no, go ahead. If
Continue.
you have one top of mind, I'm curious.
Um, Going out of my house.
It's been decades.
Oh, I mean, going to bars,
Yeah.
doing live comedy.
didn't hear the didn't hear the emotion in that one at all.
But I'm making plans to hit the stages again soon.
Fantastic.
Uh, maybe you can come out to a show and we can bump elbows in real life, Travis.
I would love that.
That would be delightful.
We'll get on stage just like Bernie and Joe Biden did that debate the first time, and then I'll just go sit down.
There you go. There you
Yeah.
go. Or I was saying like in the audience. Or
No,
like
I want
after
to.
the
No,
show.
bring me up on. Just
All
make a
right,
whole thing of
Travis.
it.
All right, you will be up on. I will bring you up on stage for a moment,
Great.
introduce you, and there you go.
And then-
But Grass Puddle says fish adjacent. Fish adjacent.
Mission Jason.
So, but what you please finish your point, Travis.
Point is, no matter the format, no matter the genre, no matter the way that it came to my plate, I eat the fish and I go, it still kind of tastes like fish.
Right, right.
Yeah.
See, good sushi. I mean, it's not the fishy because I don't like fishy taste.
Right.
If the fishiness is overpowering, I am out. I am gone. But there is so much good stuff. And like, listen, you got to get the right concoctions. You got to find a right place. But yellowtail, ahi, albacore tuna. There's so much good stuff. Spicy tuna roll, that's like a basic, but then you put a little wasabi, put some ginger on it, dip it in some soy sauce. Oh man, all right, maybe it's just not for you.
It's not, it's for me. There's a diverging path when it comes to, we can wrap that under Asian cuisine, where it's like soy, yes, spicy, yes, wasabi, sushi, fish, no, teriyaki, chili, Thai, that kind of stuff, yes.
Well,
in general.
but there's some flavors, like you said teriyaki, like the teriyaki chicken and like the teriyaki sauce.
Mhm.
Like, have you ever had an eel roll?
Yeah, eel was the one thing I was like, that's not bad. I can get down with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll mess with eel. Uh, Well, Travis, to be continued. To be continued. By the way, speaking of snack talk, our pal Talk in Ohio says, "Have you ever had peanut butter pretzels?" Hell to the yes. I love peanut butter filled pretzels. Oh my goodness. Also, I'll just go rogue and just start dipping pretzels in peanut butter. You know,
Rustic.
rustic, like the pioneers had to do. The pioneer. Here's a little fun fact, y'all. The pioneers, they were not able to go to Trader Joe's and get a bag of peanut butter pretzels. Maybe you did not know that because I don't know what they're teaching in schools nowadays. But the pioneers had to rough it, so they had to take their bag of pretzels and their jar of peanut butter that they had out there on the open range on the Oregon Trail. Open that bag of pretzels, dip it in the peanut butter. Oh, but you know what's a bugaboo? You know what's vexing? When you dip it in the peanut butter and then the pretzel breaks.
Ah.
So sometimes you got to take a spoon, you spoon out the peanut butter. Yeah. Snacks, all about it. All about the snack talk. Travis, what says you? We dive into the Twitterverse. We jump into the Twitter sphere and check out some trending topics.
I say yes.
Yes, let's do it. All right. First off, we're able to find this Oscar Mayer story, Travis. This is just, I don't know if we should put this in news of the dumb, news of the weird. In Asia,
Speaking of snacks,
Oscar Mayer, yes, is coming out with a face mask that looks like a piece of bologna or bologna. So look at this. Can you blow up? Like, that is simultaneously frightening and amazing. Like, it's so funny. It's like we're blessed to have this in our life, but also it's horrifying. There's a woman here, if you're not seeing it, this face mask, this Oscar Mayer brand moisturizing, skin replenishing face mask that looks like a piece of bologna. But it's not edible, I don't think. Let's scroll up and take a look at this article regarding this amazing miracle product. Starting today, Oscar Mayer is launching the first ever bologna-inspired face mask that rejuvenates your skin while recapturing that childhood joy of creating unforgettable face masks by biting holes in bologna slices for your eyes and mouth. Okay, time out. I never did that. I never will. I'm not a bologna guy. I am full of bologna. All right? As well as piss and vinegar. But I never did that. Travis, did you ever make one of those bologna face masks?
nah. But I miss me with the lunch meat most times, and especially bologna. I'm good. I don't even know what bologna is, like at its root. Like what is it?
It's like, is bologna like just like pressed, like thin hot dog?
Yeah,
paper?
Is it pork?
I think. Wow, you and I, we're a couple of real noobs when it comes to bologna, huh?
Yeah.
The rejuvenating face masks that resemble bologna are limited edition and available for purchase for $5 each via Amazon beginning January 19th, 2022. Get in there, folks, while supplies last. For creation of the face mask, Oscar Mayer partnered with Soul Mamas, a Korean beauty and skincare company, to bring some playfulness and levity back to beauty. The face masks are a hydrating and restoring hydrogel that promotes skin elasticity, improve hydration and moisture retention, offer anti-inflammatory benefits, and provide protection for the skin. Here are the directions. Cleanse, apply mask, relax for 10 to 20 minutes, remove mask. There you go. I wonder, are there any benefits to just putting bologna on your face. I did this is might be simultaneously our pal Talk in Ohio chimes in. His name is actually Doug. Doug, I salute you, good sir. Thanks for being here. Also, shout out to everybody hanging out in our audience. We got Dakota in Florida. Freddie is with us again. Good to see you. Nathan, thank you for being here. Lorna in Alabama. Thank you, Lorna. Roll Tide. We got Doug. Abigail in Oklahoma. What's going on, Abigail? Freddie in Louisiana. Yep. And Isaac in North Carolina. Folks, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for coming along for the ride with your Pal Hal show. All right, this might be a little bit of a gross story, or maybe you'll get a kick out of it. My sketch group, I had a sketch comedy group that's performed for many years at the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater in Los Angeles, and I wrote a sketch where, okay, so I had seen this weird phenomenon that like insane rich people having parties where they would get a woman or a man.
You wrote this sketch?
What? Big Boy Deli Meats?
You wrote that?
How do you know about Big Boy Deli Meats?
Because that was on the UCB show on the RIP CISO.
Yeah, you didn't see me I was in that sketch. And I
saw that in 2013, like 14. I don't know, the face and the name.
I didn't even know anyone saw that.
Of
show.
course, that's referenced. That was referenced at least 7 times in my sketch 101. That's hilarious.
That sketch?
Yeah.
Wow. Referenced in good ways or bad ways?
Referenced in
bad ways. What'd they say? Are you there or did you freeze? Travis. All right. I think Travis all of a sudden went mum. Hello, Travis. All right. Well, we will soldier on. Travis is I believe, frozen. Travis, are you there?
All right, we're good. Sorry, yeah, everything just seized up for a second. There goes
We're not
again.
Good. All good. Travis, get yourself situated. So, I wrote this sketch inspired by these rich people parties where they put sushi on a human being. And usually, like it's kind of sexist and objectifying. It seems of women. It would be sushi on like the body of like a beautiful, scantily clad woman or naked woman or something, or a woman in like a bikini or whatever. So, I wrote a sketch called Big Boy Deli Meats where there were 2 guys. So like. Some rich people were going to have a fancy party and have like this stupid thing where women lay down and get covered in sushi. And the women, that company had to cancel. And the only thing they were able to get at the last minute was 2 giant dudes who would cover themselves in deli meats. And the sketch was called Big Boy Deli Meats. And it was horrifying and gross, but amazing. Like, you know, because what happened was the actors on stage, including myself, actually had to eat this food that was on these people's bodies, and it's like you're acting, but then you're like it's kind of horrifying because it was touching this person, and you're like you feel just like you're trying to keep it together, and like you're laughing in the middle of the sketch. You know how people break on like Saturday Night Live or different shows like that in the middle of telling jokes or in the middle of doing a comedy scene. So it was crazy. This conversation reminded me of that.
It's so
Travis,
good.
Are you with us?
Yeah, I got so excited everything stopped, I guess. Yeah, no, that sketch is I remember living in the Bay Area in my living room watching that because I was subscribed to CISO at the time, one of the only 6 people to do so. And just everybody that was in the house like, no, come here. This is insane. And we watched that, and it is just like it's like a perfect live sketch.
Wow.
It's like every level, because the premise is great, the bit is great, and you have the meta of, oh my God, they're actually gonna do this.
Yeah,
and they go through it.
It got gross. I definitely, like, people were up there gagging, and in the audience gagging, and probably watching at home gagging.
Did you have to rehearse that to a degree?
Yes, you rehearse it, but like you rehearse it without any of the actual meats and like sauces and things like that.
Blocked this is what this would be like.
Yeah, you got to know the logistics, so once you do the sketch, you can run through everything smoothly,
right.
As smooth as possible anyway. And then the cleanup, like, because these guys who suffered for their art, they were covered in meat, and then also they had ketchup and mayo on them in strategic places, and all the dipping sauces. So they got off stage, put towels on themselves, and then they went to like a janitor's closet where they got hosed down. They got just like a prison shower, I guess, when you first get into prison, as I've seen in movies.
Full arms up against the wall, turn around.
Pretty much. It was. Let's just say it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty. That was Big Boy Deli Meats. One of my, a fave sketch of mine. I need to include that in my sketch packet. Grass Puddle says, your stream got shut down by Big Bologna. Big Bologna shutting you down for your comments, Travis.
I know too much.
Travis, you got to watch it. Big Bologna is listening. Big Bologna is listening. And you got shut, your stream went dead at the perfect time, Travis, where I was like, oh, people were talking about this in your sketch class. Did they love it? Did they like it or hate it? And you just were silent. And I'm like, oh, that's not a good sign.
Oh, good. At least it was comically timed. It was.
Yes.
It was honestly used like someone would reference in a history book, like, and then there was the War of 1812. It was like, and then there was the Big Boy Deli Meats. I cannot remember who my teacher was, and it's gonna kill me to not be able to think of this.
101?
Yeah, it was UCB 101. It was. Yeah, it was.
How many years ago?
2017 or 2018.
Gotcha. Kevin Peterson.
Yeah, Kevin Peterson.
Yeah. What do you have to say?
Oh, they were talking about, Kevin was referencing the concept of heightening and blowing out a sketch, and how you can still just sort of the ways that you can take an insane premise and still make it work, and just how far you can go, and how live versus on tape, sort of the dynamic of that. And that was one of a few points, but that one was really focused on, and I don't think anyone else in the class had seen it at that point. I don't quite remember, but I remember saying, being like, I saw that. That was
Travis, you've frozen again.
Great.
No worries.
And terrible.